Destiny of any organization or business enterprise is decided by the talent of the people in the organization. Creators of new ideas, new products, services, new business models have huge demand in the job market, and they are admired very much by the society also. Many people would like to create new ideas, do invention, do innovation, but they are not very clear about what is creativity, what exactly is invention, what is innovation, how they are interconnected, how step by step process can lead to only the good innovation. These doubts in the individuals are clarified in this presentation. Hi, this is Jagdish Kumar doing this presentation for you. First, what is creativity? It is a spark, means a spontaneous idea creation or an out of the box idea generated in the mind of the inventor. Creativity is not achieved through logic. This is an important point to remember. Many people link creativity to logic. They try to create ideas through logic that will never work as a out of the box idea. In creativity, we use the right brain, which is meant for creativity. There are two portions in the brain, left and the right. Left is for logical thinking and logical analysis, whereas the right is for creative thinking. So right brain is instrumental in creative idea generation. This is a very good quote from Albert Einstein, which says, problems cannot be solved by the same level of thinking that created them. Means to say, if you are at the level of the problem itself and start to trying to find solution, you will not get the solution. If you rise one level above the problem only, you will be able to solve the problem. That is why in many situations, bosses will be able to give the solutions, though we are not able to find the solution being the process owners. This is only because they're able to think one level above the problem. This is one important aspect to know and remember. Now we will understand what are the drivers for our creativity. What can create good creative ideas? First, see the problem from various angles. We tend to see the problem from one angle and decide this should not be done. We should look at the problem from various perspectives. There's a 360-degree analysis. In this case, even if your subordinate is not agreeing with you, do not get unhappy with him or her. Call them separately and discuss why they are not agreeing. Maybe they are looking at the situation from a different perspective. That will help you to get a better idea of the situation and thereby better creative solutions. Do enhanced and boundaryless imagination. Do not set boundary through logical thinking. Enhance your thinking. Do boundaryless imagination. I saw in one of the global companies a proverb called imagination at work. Means they say customers, you imagine and tell us what you want, we will try to deliver. This should be the kind of mindset that only can lead to high-end creativity. Question stereotyping. Many a times our elders or our seniors in the organization say this problem has been solved like this earlier, this is the method to do. They dictate. This becomes a stereotyping. If you do that, you will continue with the same substandard or not so optimal solutions which have been implemented so far. You get stereotyped. You should question that and come out of the stereotype and find out a new, more effective, creative solution. That's why in many organizations, as new engineers or new talents are inducted into an organization, they do not introduce much about the company. They give them the exposure for the activities that is happening around and allow them to question why, because their mind is not conditioned yet. The stereotyping has not happened. Whereas for experienced people, the stereotyping happens. They get into that mold that earlier this was solved like this, so this is the best solution. You will solve in the same way without thinking about any new possibilities. Fantasize, be a dreamer and be a trier. Do not give up. Keep on trying for better and better solution. More you think, better solution will emerge. Ask right questions. This is very important. Whenever you have a problem, keep asking questions like, Why do we do the job in this way alone? Why not the other way? If you ask questions slowly and slowly, you will get more ideas. More thinking will lead to better creative ideas. Break all the rules. Do not look at the rules. Think about the solution. Be logical or may not be logical also. Do not worry. Train for creativity. Please remember, creativity, invention and innovation. Many people think it's God's gift or these are the people who are from some other world. No. Creativity and innovation can be trained. I also had undergone 3-day training from one of the global companies. Please remember the next statement. Invention is 99% perspiration. Your determination, your perspiring and making maximum effort is 99%. 1% inspiration means you are not giving up. You are showing your perseverance. Have never give up attitude till you get the solution. Do not give up. Solution will emerge. Nature will test you by making you feel frustrated here and there. If you persist, the solution will evolve. That's how the things work. Study. This is very important. Readers are leaders. Be a reader. Read more from various fields. This is very important. If I'm an electronic engineer and only read electronic, it is not enough. If I take interest in mechanical engineering, electrical, civil, or any other domains, finance, more I look into other domains also, more ideas of different fields get registered in my mind, in my subconscious mind. That churn produces a very creative and a brilliant idea. Now, what are the major risks associated with creativity? What becomes a roadblock for creativity? Paralysis of perfection. If you look for perfection in everything, there will not be any perfection in anything, including individuals or any system. If you have that mindset of perfectionism in the creativity, you will get a mental blockade in your thinking. It will not be boundaryless thinking. Looking for logically correct solutions. This is my input for you from my experience. When you develop ideas, do not question the logically whether it can be implemented or not, or how it can be implemented. Simply keep recording. Then you can do the analysis in a funneling method, which I will show you afterwards. Secret volatile idea capture and retention. This is very important. In one of the global companies, when I underwent training on creativity, the faculty asked that everyone should go to bed with a notepad and a pencil. So we were thinking why this faculty is getting into our personal space. Then he explained, idea is like a spirit, it evaporates within no time. So as soon as a brilliant idea comes in your dream, get up and note down in the pad. When does this brilliant idea happen? There is a scientific research that at around 2 a.m. in the morning, there is a period called as period of incubation, when all the knowledge that you have in your mind churned with the target you have set for yourself at the end of the day before getting into bed, like solution for so and so, merge up together, you get a brilliant creative idea. So this, please remember, this does not happen in one night or 2 nights. Some complex problems may take 6 months, some moderate problems may take 3 months, some simpler problems may take 2 or 3 nights to reach that period of incubation at around 2 a.m. and get the brilliant idea. But this concept is a proven. Now, 3 ingredients of creativity, let us understand how step by step the creativity starts. It starts with the knowledge. Please remember, knowledge is power. Domain knowledge is the work area knowledge. If I'm in finance, I would have worked in finance for several years. Now I'm a domain expert. So is the electronic engineer or the software engineer and so on. So domain skills are developed as one becomes an expert in a particular field, chosen field. Now this domain skill is used for creative thinking. As you do the creative thinking, by seeking solution, by making it the last thought before you get into bed, thinking diversely, being independent, not being biased by the boss's statement or by the elders or whoever is trying to influence their decisions on you, being persistent, not giving up, and having high standard. Do not compromise for moderate, mediocre solutions. Note down all the solutions, ideas, then select the best. So third ingredient of the creativity is most important, that is intrinsic motivation. There are two motivations, one driven by external influence like bonus or performance related pay and so on, which after some time become expectations. The other one is intrinsic. I want to do, I am passionate. If this is the case, if people are passionate in doing the research and development, getting the new ideas and so on, they will be the successful people. Now, what become the roadblocks for creativity? Let us try to understand. One, being too practical. As I told, it is a right brain activity. Right brain doesn't work under logic. Whatever brilliant idea or the idea that right brain gives, go on noting down. Don't be practical. That is not logical approach. Again, do not apply logic. It's emphasized in point number 2 also. Reluctance to think and think. Creative ideas can happen only by thinking. There is no shortcut. Also, there is a global figure that if you generate 100 ideas, 2.5 will be world-class ideas. In other words, to develop around 2 world-class ideas, you need to develop 100 ideas. This is the level of thinking that you need to do, which you should get habituated to. Someone else may be already doing it, giving an excuse. Somebody may be doing it already. Why should I again struggle? And so on. This attitude is also not correct for creativity. Fear of ridicule. If I give some idea, people may think that it is an impractical idea and they may mock at me. Please remember, this has been my experience also during innovation. What idea I thought as useless in the initial phase itself led to a better idea, and that was the stepping stone for better idea to come out with the innovative solution. So do not get the fear of ridicule. There was one statement by Ratan Tata ji that your idea is not a great idea if somebody is not laughing at that idea. That's what he told when he developed the nano car. And the nano car was the most economical car that could be seen in the world at that point in time. Now it has become a stepping stone for the new generation electric vehicle also. Reluctance to share. Whatever ideas we have, if we share in a team, together everyone achieves more. They make you further build on that idea and give the better idea and so on. Idea leads to ideas. This open-mindedness to share with your team should be there of any brilliant idea. However, it could be, even it could be ridiculed, no problem. Someone else may steal is another fear that we have. These are the barriers for creativity. If you are open-minded, discussing with the concerned people, they may build on your idea, a better idea, and then that may lead to a better solution also. There are 3 phases of creativity. One is incubation. When you are repeatedly thinking, as I told, as the last thought before you get into the bed for several nights, about the solution for a particular problem which is important for you. Now slowly, as you repeatedly think, the idea gets into your subconscious mind. The question gets into your subconscious mind, which is very, very powerful. From there, illumination happens. I told, the spontaneous, brilliant idea at period of incubation comes to you, which has to be quickly noted down. And finally, the idea that you have noted down, you should verify for practical utility, because at the end of the day, it should serve the society or it should serve the organization we are working for. This is called the funneling. You generate several ideas. As I told, 100 ideas required for 2.5 average world-class ideas. In the first funnel at the topmost, you put all the ideas together. Then you do the idea screening for the most appropriate one, most beneficial one, and look for the feasibility of implementing that as the third step, not as the first step. Again, I am re-emphasizing, and finally do the implementation and get the benefit. Meanwhile, the ideas dropped from the funneling should not be discarded. These ideas can be very useful for some other situation. Preserve those ideas. This is called as a idea recycle. Please see this 2 or 3 times. Very useful diagram. Now, having developed the idea and then putting it to test is required. This is done in step number 2, that is invention. So we covered out of creativity, invention and innovation, creativity. Now we are coming to invention. What is invention? making a working model or a prototype and demonstrating that the concept that we developed due to creative idea is workable and useful to the world. Means now slowly the creative idea which happened in the mind of the inventor is getting converted into a workable model to demonstrate to the world that this is useful to the world. This is invention. What is the objective of invention? You do the invention, prove, demonstrate its worthiness, and then this is created afterwards into a commercial proposition. And that is called as innovation, which I'll cover next. So what next after invention? Efforts to make the invention commercially viable and marketable. That is commercialization of invention is called innovation, which will happen next. Converting invention into commercial business proposition is innovation, as you understood. And objective of innovation is what? To create a workable and profitable product or solution, which the organizations want, because for them to grow in business, they need new ideas leading to new products or services, which will create enormous business for them or create enormous service to the society. I once again take this opportunity to request you to kindly subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed so far. This gives me a lot of motivation as well as weightage to our presentations to be more visible in the YouTube. And I take this opportunity to thank you for all your support.